So it amazed me, actually, when unrelatedly, but also relatedly, Tucker Carlson was just speaking in front of a camera and talking about the claims, the allegations that Barack Obama was gay, something that I've known for years. And people were very surprised to hear about it because, of course, there was a media concerted effort to suppress those stories when Barack Obama was running for president of the United States. Let's listen to what Tucker Carlson had to say about that.
2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, I'll sign an affidavit. And he did. I'll take a lie detector. And he did. I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex with him. Well, that was obviously true. Nobody reported it, not because they were squeamish about sex or drugs, but because the Obama campaign said anyone who reports on this gets no access to the Obama campaign. And so they didn't report on it. So that happens. That's just one small example, but that happens all the time with lots of different issues.
Barack Hussein Obama is a disgrace to the black race. To every black person alive, he is a disgrace to the black race, because this man, the first black president, the favorite president, the smooth, the suave one, yeah, that everyone likes, went on his wife's show, Michelle Obama, and said that boys need a gay friend. Boys, your son, need a gay friend in his friend group.
Oh, bring a gay friend.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't outlawed, who became one of my favorite professors. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. Yeah. Right?
Now listen, after hearing that, I was disturbed. Because let me tell you something, I don't have no boys, I don't have no sons. But if I had a son, my son would never hang out with a gay boy. Because the only thing that gay boy want to do is bone game. And I ain't into that. I'm not into that. And so we should not let our boys hang out with no gay boys, because they're only interested in one thing. That spirit has no boundaries. So don't let your sons hang out with no gay boy. Don't listen to Obama, because he may be hanging out with a gay boy. Do not listen to him talking about, oh, they need to learn empathy from a gay man. Listen, you learn enough empathy from your mom. You don't need no gay boy to teach these boys empathy. So Barack Hussein Obama, you are a disgrace. And I want to say something to all you pastors in America who allowed this man for 8 years to push this agenda, and you said absolutely nothing. You are whitewashed sepulchres. Whitewashed sepulchres. You allow color to trump the word of God, and all y'all will stand judgment for that. All of y'all in America. I want you to send this to every pastor in America who allowed Barack Obama to get away with this garbage, pushing this homosexual LGBTQ agenda on the black race. The black people get enough problems as their own. Our boys who need to be girls, and our girls who need to be boys. What they're trying to do is stop the reproduction of the black race. Don't allow that to happen. The only thing our boys need to learn in their friend groups, how to be good citizens, how to be respectful, how to love God, how to love your wife, and how to treat people with honor and respect. Our boys don't need to learn how to be gay. Mr. Obama, you are sick. Something is wrong with you.
So Barack Obama was on Michelle Obama's podcast or some shit, and he said that boys need gay men in their lives. What the fuck is he talking about? The word need is a strong word, bro. I'm just trying to understand, like, why would Barack Obama say that? Like, what was the point of even saying that? He knows that's not true. No one wants to be forced onto anybody. Gay people don't want to be forced onto nobody. Hi, I'm gay. I need to be in your life. No. Hi, I'm black. You're white. I need to be in your life. No, that's what? No, you don't. We can talk and be friends, and I can see if I like you, but there's no need for any of that shit. The fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, with Barack Obama, it's like that rule, you're cool till you're not cool no more. And right now, Barack Obama is on his uncool arc. His character arc, he's on the uncool character arc right now. It's fucking crazy. Motherfuckers is out here really just trying to push anti-masculinity. Like, they want every man to just be a feminine product. It's why? A very feminine man, he's not going to go to war. He ain't dying for nobody. He'll be like, fuck that shit. I need to go get my nails done. He's not going to do any of that shit. He's not going to go to war. Masculine men are the one who built this goddamn society. They built America. They go to war and they die in a ditch. I don't understand this massive push to end masculinity in America, in the Western society. Why? I don't know, man. God bless America. Stay safe, yo.
One of the reasons Barack Obama was made president is so he could normalize the LGBTQ agenda in the black community. Think about it. If George Bush tried to push homosexuality in the black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
If Donald Trump tried to push homosexuality in the black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
You could only normalize that through a blackface.
Through a black man.
Obama was made president to make it normal. When Barack Obama became president, homosexuality was not a mainstream issue, nor was it accepted as a mainstream alternative to the traditional family.
I gotta look at
By
the
the
timeline
time
of
he
that,
left office in 2008, they were completely running everything.
That was
and
that
if
the
you
year?
even disagreed with, I'm gonna give you an example.
It is.
I do
You
a
might
lot
be
of
right.
graduation speeches, right? At the June.
Okay.
Elementary school, middle school, high school. I normally do about 20 graduation speeches a season.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When Barack Obama was president, I might have did 5. It dropped significantly. Schools who I normally did their commencement, they was calling me up, Dr. Umar, we can't have you speak this year. Why? The LGBTQ say you don't agree with them, you can't speak. I said, but this is a graduation speech. This ain't politics, this is motivation.
Right,
Get
right.
ready for the rest of your life.
Right.
What does LGBT got to do with my 10-minute speech motivating these 12th graders
Right.
to make sure you do well in college?
Right.
Well, we have LGBT teachers and they saying you're insensitive and you're homophobic. So I saw how not agreeing with the lifestyle could limit your opportunities in life. You had people getting fired from jobs, not for pushing hate, because I don't agree with hate.
Right.
I don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right.
But I don't want harm for any human, no matter what their situation is.
That's the way to do it.
But the way that they did it was the LGBTQ said, to disagree with me is to hate me. They created a narrative that if you disagree, you support violence against me.
Right.
You don't want us to work. You want us to be shot, killed, maimed.
Yeah.
We never said that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We just said we don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right, right.
But they turned it into a whole campaign against anybody who disagreed with it. And that's another reason why a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala Harris, black men, because they got tired of the effeminization. And then they took it to Africa. Obama started it. He went to Africa. He went to Liberia. He went to Rwanda, a couple other places. He said, if you don't legalize gay marriage, we cutting off your aid.
But I'm gonna need Michelle Obama, whatever her brother name is, and Barack Obama to bring their asses to the front of the congregation, because we have something to talk about. Now, I believe that first, let's get the elephant out of the room. Michelle Obama's brother is the weirdest looking dude I've ever seen in my life. We just gonna leave it at that. His mannerisms, the way he speak, the way he move his mouth is just weird to me. Let's move that to the side. All right, now Barack Obama has lost the young blacks. We're gone. We don't believe anything this man says. And like 4 months ago, when he decided to tell black men that they should 100% vote for Kamala, was the last straw for us, right? Now, I'm not speaking for all black American men, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure that most of us feel the same, especially about that weird situation, right? Telling us who we should vote for and why. Now, with that being said, this conversation that they were having shows you the insight of what Democrats think of everybody, right? They think that they're in control. And as soon as they start to realize that they're not in control of the people anymore, they start to panic, like Barack Obama. See, he's blaming how men today aren't simping anymore. We aren't going for the okie doke from women anymore. Not that we hate women and we're violent against women. No. We just see the truth now, right? And I believe that first we got to start here, right? So politicians are not real people, okay? They don't go to the same grocery stores. They didn't go to the same schools. They didn't live how we lived, right? So if you ask me, a politician will never truly understand you. Somehow Barack Obama tricked Black America into, he made us believe that he was one of us. And I'm here to tell you that Barack Obama is not black. Barack Obama is not a Black American like I am. Barack Obama is not a foundational black. His father is a Kenyan and his mother is a white woman. They met in college. So Barack Obama is a first generation African American who cosplays a foundational black. I hope that didn't go over your head. Now, Michelle Obama is a foundational black, but she's part of the black bourgeoisie. right? The upper class of blacks who look down on the niggas. Hope that makes sense. But them having this conversation opens the doors and shows you that they have lost their power, right? They lost their power. Not only that, I mean, look at how awkward they all are. Look at how awkward Michelle and Barack are. I'm starting to believe the rumors. This was a political marriage, and they fooled all of us, because I voted for this fool the first time. Second time, I did not vote for him. So what do you guys think about this? Like, how do you guys feel about the Obamas in general? Because I've been off them. I have a Facebook post from 2016. It's like 5 paragraphs going crazy on Obama, because I started to realize how fake he was, how fake the Democratic Party was, right? So what y'all think about it, man? Let me know in the comments.
So apparently we've been doing it wrong, you guys. Who knew? Who knew that to raise emotionally intelligent boys that they needed gay friends? I mean, I was today years old when I learned that. Not wisdom, no, not fathers, not faith, not a strong a male role model rooted in truth. No, just sprinkle in some LGBTQ representation and boom, you've got yourself a wholesome man. Y'all, I couldn't make this up even if I tried. Barack Hussein Obama, the melanin messiah himself. Y'all, he said this on a podcast with Michelle, of all places. And once again, we've got a whole lot of foolishness masquerading as wisdom, and Barack and Michelle Obama are once again telling on themselves, y'all.
Come on, Democrats. We told you about Obama. We knew he was no good.
Y'all hear that foolishness that y'all's former president Obama said that young boys need gay mentorship, even if they have a dad in their home or a dad in their life? Am I the only one that sees that there is an agenda being pushed against the black community? Barack and Michelle Obama allegedly have a strong marriage. They've been married almost 30 years. Yet she goes on her platform and she shoots down marriage to Taraji P. Henson, if you guys saw that episode. And then Obama just recently said boys need a gay mentor in their life. The black community is already fractured and broken. We do not have a nuclear family standard within the black community. That's why the powers that be, whoever they are, use these black knuckleheads to further undermine the black family. And I said it.
Obama's trying to save the party he destroyed, so he's on a manhunt. But there's one problem. The brothers don't listen to him anymore, so he's trying to transition boys into girls. Barack's got his own rules for men, but these are the rules that made men leave the party in the first place. Barry says, guys don't always have to be the providers, as long as they talk about their feelings. Get off the field and go to an art gallery. And when you do go, bring a gay friend.
Barack Hussein Obama has lost his mind. I cannot believe he hopped on Michelle Obama's podcast and said that God-forsaken nonsense. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Barack Obama said boys don't need just their father in their life as a father figure, because he can only be one dad. You need another male in your life to give you perspective on the father. And that male should be a homosexual. And I'm here to tell you right now, my father is in my life. And you know who else I had as a role model outside of my father? I had my granddaddy. You know who else I had as a role model? My great-granddaddy. You know who else I had as a role model? My great-great-granddaddy. You know who else I had as a role model? My uncles. You know who else I had as a role model? My cousins. And this ain't no diss to the community, the LBGT community, but this is Barack Obama saying this nonsense. We need more men to be in our kids' lives more than ever, especially within the black community. We need the fathers. How dare he get out there, use the LBGTQ folks as a pawn to be able to spread his nonsense? And that's exactly what that is. It's plenty of role models to be out here to teach the kids. What is a homosexual male going to teach me? What is a homosexual male going to be able to teach some of these boys? They need their father in their lives, and they need to be around some other men that are not homosexual.
So I'm pregnant with a boy, my first child, my son, the light of my life. And when I think about what my son is gonna need in order to be great, I don't think, my son is really gonna need a gay man. That's what my son needs, is a gay man to make sure that he's great. It's very important to me that my son has his father first and foremost. It's important to me that my son sees his father and I love and respect one another, even if we're not romantically involved. Love and respect one another as people and as his parents.
Barack, what? Why? Why? It's like there's an agenda to eradicate masculine men. What is this war against men? I just can't understand it. Why does a straight man need to confide in a feminine man for anything? Let's normalize men being men. The agenda you're pushing, it's not working. People are not falling for that anymore. Not even people in that community. It's not cool. I'm raising a young man, and I want him to be just that, a young man. He can go to his father, his uncle, his cousins, or any other masculine man to get the answers that he needs. He doesn't need to confide in a man who can't even relate to the issues he's going through.
It's very important to me that my son has Christ in his heart. It's very important to me that my son is literate, that he has the ability to read and write and verbally communicate. It's very important to me that my son has access to play freely and play outside and run around. It's important to me that my son has access to high quality education. It's important to me that my son sees a reflection of himself around him that is positive, edifying, uplifting. It's important to me that my son has a healthy relationship with food. That's really important to me. It's important to me that my son has family around, people who he can trust, a village of his own. It's important to me that my son has a strong sense of self and the ability to articulate his thoughts and emotions. It's important to me that my son has a passport, a valid passport. I had my first passport at 18 months old. It's important to me that my son has math sense and he works well with numbers. Not one time have I thought my son needs to have a gay person in his life. Even hearing Barack Obama say it, it doesn't make sense. That's like saying my son needs to have a Mexican person in his life. My son needs to have a Jewish person in his life. No, he needs to have compassion, empathy, and understanding is what he needs to have.
So Michelle Obama, on her podcast that nobody really watches, with her brother, had interviewed former President Barack Obama, her husband. And we all know how critical Michelle has been of her husband lately on this podcast. But while interviewing former President Barack Obama, he talked about how, the Democrat Party is not doing very well and how they've lost the black vote. Yes, lost the black vote. I wonder why. Maybe for the simple fact that the Democrat Party has nothing to offer black people. But they still got those stragglers that worship everything they say and will vote for them, Vote blue, no matter who. But during that interview, Michelle Obama made a statement that should have offended her husband, former president of the United States. She said she was glad that she never had a son. To most men, not all, but to most men, those words pierce our hearts because one of the greatest joys is having daughters, but also is to have a son to carry on our legacy. And it appears that Michelle Obama does not want Barack's legacy to carry on because she does not respect him, and for the most part, she does not respect men in general. That's a theme within the Democrat Party. They do not like masculine men, especially masculine black men. But with that being said, I believe the Obamas have done a number on this country. They've set race relations back 100 years, just in the 8 years that he was president. And then you got her co-host, her brother Craig. He's just there. The man looks like a thumb. But I think it's time that Barack Obama went back under his rock. Remember that time during the 2024 election when he lectured black men to vote for Kamala Harris, a person we didn't even know about, a person who had nothing to stand on and nothing to run on, but we were supposed to just vote for her because she was, yeah. Identity politics is not for everyone.
Barack Obama believes that black men need multiple dads and gay friends. Black kids already have multiple men in their lives. It's the multiple baby daddies that a lot of these black women have, or the multiple sexual partners that these black women bring into the household and expose around the children. Instead of promoting stable black households and functional black families, this is a prime example of successful black people using their position and their platform to continuously promote dysfunction and disruption in our community. One of the most successful and well-respected black families in America came to promote strong black family values. So thank you, President Obama, for failing us once again.
I have zero problems with gay people. Somebody let me know what's going on. Barack Obama said kids should have more than one guy, and then Michelle said no, they should have more than one dad, and he went along with it. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Children only have one dad, one father. So now I'm confused. What the fuck is Michelle talking about? Why did she have to cut him off? He said guy. What was your point of cutting him off and saying more than one dad? Somebody please let me know. Because in my conspiracy theorist mind, y'all know what I'm thinking. Y'all know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it, but y'all know what I'm thinking. In the comments, please let me know what y'all feel about this. Because I'm confused about what the Obamas was talking about.
To all of y'all that was like, Obama, my first black president, my first black president, my first black president. Got y'all asses fucked up, huh? So y'all know he went on that podcast and said that all these boys need gay men around them now because gay men provide empathy. Y'all was so gung-ho on having the first black so-called president that y'all missed the whole damn agenda to begin with. His whole agenda was to push the gay agenda. And he succeeded in doing that. So now y'all mad because this motherfucker done doubled down with it on a podcast show and said that you lack empathy, so therefore you need to be replaced by a gay man to show your damn child empathy? Y'all gotta be kidding me.
Now, I just be dipped in shit and rolled in fucking breadcrumbs, because I know damn well I just didn't hear Obama say what the fuck I heard him say. Now, I'm glad Mr. and Mr. Obama is taking time out and spending time and doing the podcast together and shit, but I just know I didn't hear Mr. Obama Sr. say what he said. This man had the audacity to fucking say that he believed young men would be a lot better if they had a prideful man in their life. If you know what I mean by prideful, that's just me trying not to get community guidelines. He said a lot of these young men need a prideful man in their lives to expose them to other things that they might have not seen from a regular man. From a regular man like they daddy. So they need a prideful man in their life to show them the other side of the world. But what the fuck is Obama talking about? I'm so sick and tired of him. Your presidency is fucking over. Sit the fuck down and stop trying to be fucking relevant. We know what you like.
Michelle was a political move for him.
You think so?
He would never got elected had he had a white woman. That's why Kamala couldn't get elected. Ain't nobody vote for no black woman with no white man coming from our culture. Each with their own kind. If you want to lead us, each with their own kind. White America would never pick a white. Why you think that boy got kicked out of England with that black woman? You gonna come bring this to our bloodline? That's why mama them say you don't go over there and have no baby with them people. You stay over here. Red birds and blue birds don't fly together, but they both birds. Each with their own kind. You can't be mad about that. So Obama could not relate to the black American struggle coming from the N-I-G-G-E-R slave. He's not a seed of a slave. So why would he cry with us? He went and cried with his people, homosexuals.
Those are his people.
Them his people.
What do you?
Man, them his people.
Stop.
You saw what he, man, listen.
You think?
Yeah, he gave them the world. Yeah, them his people. How you recognize your kind? By their actions. Homosexuals got actions. That's how you know they're homosexuals. He with his kind.
You're saying Barack Obama's gay.
I'm speculating.
We been knew what you like. We know about you, and we know about Mr. and Mr. Obama. We know what you like. So why is you steady trying to force that shit down the throats of our black American people? Like, what the fuck is you doing? You are so detrimental to the black community, and a lot of black people don't even see it. You steady trying to force that shit down our throat, talking about something. A lot of young men will benefit from having a relationship with a prideful man to show them the other side of the world that they missing, that they won't get from their daddy. Obama, please take 3 default seats the fuck down. Sit down. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of Mr. and Mr. Obama spewing their doctrines out to the world for the world to see. I don't want to. What the fuck is you talking about? Sit the fuck down, Obama. Sit your ass down. Stop trying to be relevant. Stop trying to push that shit out into our culture. Like, goddamn, y'all don't see this shit. Y'all love Obama, boy, but look at the shit he steady doing. He for the decline of the black race. Because everything he talking about ain't increasing the black race at all. Man, if you don't sit your ass down, my sons don't need a prideful man in their life. They got a fucking father, a strong black man.
That's a pretty big one. The idea that the president of the United States was involved in having illicit affairs and the media was covering it up. And I'll take it a step further. I'll tell you what I heard. I heard this directly from the mouth of a Secret Service agent whose name I cannot remember, but who worked for Barack Obama and his family. And he said that while Barack Obama was in office, again, this is coming from a Secret Service agent, that they would help sneak young men into the White House. It was not a secret of sorts that Barack Obama was sleeping with these young men, and that was just a part of their job. Unbelievably, the press never found out about this, which happens sometimes. Sometimes you can actually drop off crack cocaine at the White House and they don't know who did it. So yeah, the government can be super hush-hush when they want to be, and of course the media will help them bury those facts. But let's go backward, because apparently this clip of Tucker Carlson is going viral because people had never heard it. They'd never even heard about Larry Sinclair. They never heard about his testimony. And if they did hear about it, it was dismissed. They problematized Larry Sinclair himself. And I want to be clear that Larry Sinclair has some problems. Yes, he has problems, a lot of financial ones. He's been accused and convicted of fraud, credit card fraud, things of that nature. But he was pretty clear when he repeatedly said over and over again that he had engaged in a homosexual affair with Barack Obama. He was pretty clear when he said that he had had sex with then Senator Barack Obama in Chicago. And he was willing to even host a news conference about it at the National Press Club in Washington on June 18th, 2008. So don't take my word for it. Actually watch this video, which has largely been buried, and let me know what you think about it. Take a listen.
In regards to the Obama incident, I flew out of Colorado Springs, Colorado to Chicago on November 2nd, 1999, arriving in O'Hare early in the morning of November 3rd. I went to the Chicago area to attend the graduation of my godson, my best friend's son, from basic training from the Great Lakes Navy Training Facility. I made reservations at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Gurnee, Illinois, based solely on the location to the training center. On November 5th, 1999, I hired the services of Five-Star Limousine. Excuse me. I had hired them both for November 5th and November 6th of 1999. On November 6, 1999, I asked the limo driver, whose name I now reveal for the first time, Jagir Paramit Mutani, if he knew anyone who would like to socialize and show me Chicago. Mr. Mutani understood that I was looking for someone who knew Chicago and would enjoy socializing. Mr. Mutani said he knew someone who was a friend of his. On November 6, 1999, after picking me up at the hotel in Gurnee, and this is significant, Mr. Mutani used his cell phone to make a call. That call was made to then Illinois State Senator Barack Obama to set up an introduction between myself and Senator Obama. Upon arriving at the bar and exiting the limo, Senator Obama was standing next to Mr. Mutani, and I was introduced to Senator Obama by name. Later that evening in a bar which I believe was called Alibis, and I state believe because I have failed so far to get Citigroup to provide the credit card receipts that has the actual name. I mentioned I could use a line or two to wake up. Senator Obama asked me if I was referring to coke, and I stated I was. After stating I was, Obama stated he could purchase cocaine for me and then made a telephone call. This too is significant, from a cell phone to a presently unknown individual, during which Senator Obama arranged the cocaine purchase. Senator Obama and I then departed the bar in my limousine and proceeded to an unknown location where Senator Obama exited the limousine with $250, which was provided to him by me. Returned a short while later with an 8-ball of cocaine, which he gave to me. I did ingest a couple of lines of cocaine, and shortly thereafter, Senator Obama produced a glass cylinder pipe and packet of crack cocaine from his pocket. Obama then smoked the crack cocaine. I performed fellatio on Senator Obama in the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine, after which I had the driver take me to my hotel, the Comfort Suites, Gurnee, Illinois. The following day, November 7th, 1999, Senator Obama appeared at my hotel room, unannounced, uninvited, where we again ingested cocaine and I again performed fellatio on Senator Obama.
Do you believe him? That seems remarkably detailed. It seems that if you were a meaningful journalist and you were in front of him at that news conference, you could have easily fact-checked those things. You could have asked for those credit card receipts. You could have gone to then Senator Barack Obama and asked him to counter those claims. Hey, actually, Barack Obama, where were you on that night that this man claims that he was performing fellatio on you? I'll tell you, I believe him. I believe him because, as I said in follow-up stories, speaking to a Secret Service agent, they could all but confirm that Barack Obama was gay and that it wasn't really much of a secret when he was in the White House. And of course, now what's also happened is an ex-girlfriend of his has come forward with a letter written from Barack Obama detailing his gay fantasies that he had with men, saying that he would choose to be publicly heterosexual, but behind the scenes, obviously, that he fantasized about men. So this isn't a secret. It's never been a secret, but it was yet kept from the general public. Why?